There are so many things happening around us, and to be honest, it gets overwhelming at times. That's why we bring to you Lost in the Clutter, selective stories around you which mainstream media forgot in all the breaking news brawl. They were hungry, some had not eaten for days, others survived on water and biscuits. But they walked anyway for hundreds of miles in groups of families that included men and women, young and old, all trudging along deserted highways. Over the past week, India's migrant workers, the mainstay of the country's labor force, spilled out of big cities that have been shuttered down due to the coronavirus and returned to their villages, sparking fears that the virus could spread to the countryside. An estimated 500,000 migrants have walked to their villages from India's big cities since India's 21-day lockdown began. The journey has been fatal for some. The Union Cabinet has sanctioned reduction in allowances and pension of members of the Parliament by 30% for 1 year to fight coronavirus. Salaries of ministers, other elected representatives as well as government officials for March will be slashed by up to 60% in view of the economic impact of coronavirus lockdown. A and B grade government employees will get their salaries with 50% deduction, while C grade employees will get salaries with 25% cut. There will be no cut in the salaries of D grade employees. So far, there has been a positive response for this decision from states like Gujarat, Maharashtra, Telangana. Omar Syed Sheikh, accused of kidnapping and killing American journalist Daniel Pearl in Karachi in 2002 and who was sentenced to death by a Hyderabad Sindh special court, has been acquitted for the charge of murder by the Sindh High Court after 18 years. No evidence was found against him. He has been given 7 years imprisonment for aiding and abetting Pearl's kidnapping. This means that a pathologically violent man is once again free to carry on his jihad against imagined enemies. Public reaction was mixed, and Omar continued his defiance, threatening those who want to kill me with death and calling his trial a struggle between Islam and Kufr. 4 militants who may have been involved in 3 civilian deaths earlier in this week were killed and 3 soldiers were also injured in a gunfight on Saturday in Jammu and Kashmir's Kulgam district. Security forces including SOG of Jammu and Kashmir Police and Rashtriya Rifles surrounded an orchard area on Friday following information about the presence of militants there. As the security forces closed on the hiding militants, they opened fire on the security forces, after which a gunfight had started. The World Bank has approved a fast-track $1 billion India COVID-19 Emergency Response and Health Systems Preparedness project. The project will help prevent and detect the disease and respond to the pandemic and strengthen the country's public health preparedness. The largest ever health sector support from the bank to India, approved by the Board of Executive Directors, will cover all states and union territories and address the needs of infected people, at-risk populations, medical and emergency personnel and service providers, medical and testing facilities, and national and animal health agencies. So that was us with a magnifying glass, bringing you stories that you might have missed. To read more of such news, visit extrainsights.in. See you next week. Until then, stay insightful.